2023 was a big year for GASGAS. The first in MotoGP, the progress of Augusto, the setback for Pol. What is your evaluation of the first season?
Well, it was a very intense year. I mean, especially because of losing our team captain so early in the season. This was a really, really hard hit for our program and development of the whole team. On the other side, we had Augusto coming in and giving us a highlight in Le Mans with his fourth position. So I feel the team adapted really well over the season, but it was definitely a sad part of our whole program last year, having Pol so heavily injured, and I'm really happy he came out of this and we could put a good end to this season.
Turning to Augusto, he had some decent rides in 2023, as you said. Rookies need time to develop, but does Augusto's season show how important attitude and maturity is at this level?
Yeah, I mean, to work with Augusto was definitely a big pleasure because he's super positive and a fighter. And of course, he had to learn so many new things. If you jump from Moto2, even as a world champion, into MotoGP, it's a different dimension and you need to learn quite many things. But he was open for everything and he was listening to the team and working really hard. And yeah, I mean, he has done really, really great for a rookie in MotoGP. And I'm really excited to look forward with what he can do in his second season.
Pedro Acosta comes into MotoGP as the youngest rider, but with the best record in other categories in recent years. How excited are you about his possibilities?
Well, I think with Pedro, the whole paddock and community agrees that there is like a diamond coming up in this sport, and he's a very special rider, a very unique rider. He broke already so many records in this young age, and he had a first test which was really, really strong. So I feel now the team is really in a good position, having Augusto and Pedro. I feel it's a really great base for the future, but I think Pedro especially, he will learn very quick, and I would not be surprised if he give us some really nice highlights already in his first MotoGP season.
Turning to the support that we have going on behind the scenes, now with Pol as one of the major contributors, how do you see that strengthening the group's efforts for 24?
Well, when we founded the GASGAS factory racing team, it was clear that Pol comes on board as the captain of the project. Losing him as a rider a little bit too early was a difficult moment, but now having him committed to the team, he said it clearly, he want to be there as a test rider, maybe do one or the other wild card, but also especially giving advice to the young riders. I mean, what's better than having such a great motorcycle racer on your side, making the team stronger. So I feel it's another level we reach now with this total project, and I really look forward for next season.
Augusto and Pedro are former teammates, both young, both Spanish, but both with a lot to prove. Does this mean that GASGAS is still one of the most exciting and dynamic brands to watch out for?
I feel it's a very dynamic brand, and looking to the team spirit with these two fantastic athletes in there, I feel it's definitely the team to watch out for in 24, but not just in 24. I mean, it's still a young brand in MotoGP, and we want to build up something great for the future. But the team is ready.
Pedro surprised everyone with his arrival to the World Championship, winning both the Moto3 and the Moto2 World Championships. It's undeniable that he has a huge potential now in the Premier class. So do you think his arrival to the top class comes with added pressure for the project, or is it an advantage?
It's just an advantage, because if you cannot handle pressure, you better don't come to MotoGP, not as a team member, but also not as a rider. So we are there to handle this pressure, and that's the same also for Pedro, but he just will make us better and stronger for the future. So we all enjoy to have him and have this positive pressure. We want to perform. We want to do a good job for him, and I know he want to bring great results to us. So that's definitely a big plus, having such a great rider on our side.
It's no secret that MotoGP is at the highest level competitively than it has ever been, especially with the current technology, the racing schedule, the rider's skill. So upon reflection of Augusto's rookie year, how do you see his adaptation to the Premier class, the integration to the team and the new schedule? and now moving into this second year as now the new leader of the team?
Yeah, I mean, that's being the leader of that team with another young rider on his side. I feel it's more than deserved because he is a Moto2 world champion. So he worked really hard for the position where he is right now. And then he had already this big highlight. He's working with his crew chief and the team like it's one family. And I think this can also show the way, give a positive team spirit to both like Pedro and himself and both of these crews. So I feel Pedro is just a great guy to have, and he makes us better, and we want to do everything what we can to make him happy, because we all know riders are really strong when they are confident and when they feel good, and that's our job to make that happen.